Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of Yesterday. Let's do it. Yesterday is a comedy fantasy music film from director Danny Boyle and Universal Pictures. The movie stars Himesh Patel, Lily James, Joel Fry, Ed Sheeran, and Kate McKinnon. A struggling musician realizes he's the only person on Earth who can remember the Beatles after waking up in an alternate timeline where they never existed. So I saw this trailer months ago, and initially I was very mixed. I thought it was a really interesting premise, but with it being the Beatles of all bands, I thought it felt a little bit icky and a little bit gross. I kind of felt maybe it would work a little better if it was a different band, but again, the conceit is that this guy is the greatest songwriter of all time, so I guess it had to be the Beatles. And I gotta say, once I got into the movie, it didn't feel gross, it worked for me. Now, Himesh Patel is pretty solid in this role. He's got a darn good singing voice. He's pretty charismatic. Unfortunately, the screenplay doesn't give him a whole lot to do other than look bewildered all the time. Now, Lily James is absolutely lovely in the film. She's adorable, she's sweet, she acts the hell out of the role. Honestly, I don't understand how anybody could not be in love with Lily James. I liked Joel Fry in here in a very different role than what he played in Game of Thrones, although I did find his goofy character did get a little tiresome by the end. And I love Kate McKinnon. I'm a huge Kate McKinnon fan. I think she's one of the funniest women on the planet, and I hated her character in this movie. It was just so over the top. It felt like she was in a different flick altogether. I don't know if that was the way she was directed or way the character was written or something she did for herself, but it really didn't work for me. Now, obviously, the music in the movie is amazing. Apparently, it cost them $10 million for the rights, and that was with Patel singing them. I don't even want to imagine how much it would have cost for the original recordings. Now, I liked the movie. I didn't love it, and normally when I give that kind of review, I say it's worth waiting and seeing on streaming. However, the music and sound is so good in this flick, I really do think that it's worth seeing in the theaters just for that full sonic experience. Now, I'm a fan of movies about musicians, so I had a feeling I'd have fun with this, and while I did, particularly with the sort of fantasy angle of it, I did have some considerable problems as well. First off, the movie gets way too schmaltzy for my taste. I love a good romance story, I do, but sometimes it gets just a little bit saccharine, and this movie went there, and it was a bit much for me. And 15 minutes in, I knew exactly where it was going, with one major exception. There's this running gag, and I was absolutely certain I knew where it was building to, and then we got to the climax, and then they didn't do it, which I was first off shocked by, and secondly, I was disappointed by because it felt like a really wasted opportunity. And at just under 2 hours, the movie does feel a little bit long, particularly because it feels like we hit the climax right in the middle of the movie, and then it really kind of slows down in the back half. And the trailer clearly sets up this conflict, and then it wasn't in the movie. I mean, that moment from the trailer is in the movie, but it doesn't play out the way it's suggested, and I found that really frustrating. Just don't put it in the trailer. Overall, Yesterday is pretty fun. It's kind of funny, it's very well acted, and the music is fabulous. I think if you like the tunes and you like the premise, it's worth seeing. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna give Yesterday, and I think I'm gonna give Yesterday a...
Now, can I get you anything else?
Beef.
What? I thought you and Linda were strict vegetarians.
Out of 10. So now I want to know, have you seen Yesterday? What did you think about it? What is your favorite Beatles song of all time? That's a pretty impossible question. Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.